Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my modded world. I figure I should probably do something on this, because I haven't played my modded file for quite some time now. Been getting the itch to do so. I started that, the UHC series, having a good time with that. Decided to give it a break for a little bit, because, I've been, like I said, I've been craving to play some mods again. So, open up my modded file, and here we are. I decided that it's about time to explore that fortress that we found, because there are a few things that we need to do in here. Main goal is to capture a blaze, get a few blaze rods, and capture a wither skeleton, because we need a few things. Using both blaze rods, and also I believe the wither skeletons drop something called a necrotic bone, which is used for the heart container upgrades, and I've definitely been meaning to do that. Just haven't had time to come down here and do it yet. So we're gonna make time and do it today. This here is the nether fortress that I found a while back, different way than I found it before. The part that I found before, you can kind of see on the map there, well actually right in front of me, is my marker, my waypoint of where I found it before, and it was kind of in a cave. I just seen a little portion of the nether brick kind of sticking through the cave wall there. So I marked it, I didn't explore it, and this here is a different approach. I don't know, I'm not really sure how I got here. But I figure this is a good place as any to explore here. So we're going to walk around in here and see if we can't get into too much trouble. Now, I apologize for the lag. The nether is just laggy in general. Ooh, nether wart too. We definitely need nether wart. What do we got here? Some gold. I don't really have a whole lot of room. We'll get rid of some of our nether rack, I guess. Yeah, there's lag again. Apologize for the lag. The nether is a normally laggy place, as we all know, and modded nether is just a big lag fest. To be honest with you, there it goes. I'm surprised that it's even recording right now. I really don't like coming in here and recording, because that's why I really haven't done it yet, because it's just a big pain, because my computer can't really handle it, and I kind of need to be alert while I'm in here, because there's a lot going on. So hopefully recording does not lag me to death, because that would be bad. So let's see what we got in here. Nothing. I did see a blaze spawn. It must have been up on the roof, though. Let's see. Come on, get out of there. What all do we have? We are pretty loaded. Ooh. What? What was that? Why am I dying? Oh, I love the nether. I can only assume that it was a nitro creeper. I don't know where it come from, though. I was on fire because of the bat, I know that. Alright, well, I'm going to stop recording here for a second. Let it catch up. Alright. So, this is way laggier than I had originally anticipated. And, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to record anything that's pertinent information. So capturing a blaze, capturing the wither skeleton, finding stuff that is important. I'm probably just going to record that and then get out of here as quickly as possible, because recording while I am in the nether is proving to be rather difficult, because it is very, very laggy. So what we're going to do with this guy here is we're going to charge him and hopefully capture him, because he is alone. Ooh. That didn't work. Wasn't wasn't really expecting him to fly. Although I should have known that they do. I mean, I knew that they do, but man, this is so hard to play. So I decided not to do as much recording in the nether as I originally planned to. My computer was just not having it. But I did in fact get that blaze. The problem is I was trying to capture it with a safari net that was already taken. In this case, it was the heat scar spider that I found earlier. I believe it was off camera. It was one of the large ones, and I wanted to see what would happen if I captured it. And because I wasn't sure if it would capture it and not release the 4 babies, or if it would. Turns out it does. After you capture the big one, 4 babies appear, and I didn't know that I had captured it because of the babies that they appeared. I thought it just killed it because of just the behavior of the mob was a little different than a normal mob, because it spawns 4 copies of itself, or 4 smaller copies of itself after it dies. I noticed the big one disappeared and 4 little ones reappeared, so I didn't know that I actually captured it until I tried to capture the blaze with the heat scar net. But this is interesting. What I think, if this is going to work like I think that it's going to work, this should actually produce a net profit of mob essence if the large heat scar spider is spawned using the auto spawner. Because if it spawns a giant one, the big one like this is, once it dies, once it's ground up, it'll spawn 4 baby ones, and once those ones are ground up, it's actually it should provide more mob essence than it's using to spawn in the first place, netting a profit. So that is something to test. I really can't wait to test that. So we got to get that auto spawning room set up. Have not concreted my plans. I'm still kind of designing it a little bit. We also got a wither skeleton, and I was able to find 2 other guys. So I got 2 necrotic bones, and I went ahead and I made the rest of the materials for the heart canister. The jeweled apples, which are 4 diamonds each, so it's a little expensive, and the rest of this stuff is just this is just 4 aluminum ingots. So not that bad. We're gonna go ahead and make that. Actually, I can do that right here. And now we have 2 additional heart canisters. So now I should have 2 orange hearts, which is pretty cool. Got a couple blaze rods. So we're gonna go ahead and make a. Let's see. What do I want to do with these first? I definitely want to make a potion stand. I don't know what else I can do with them because I haven't really looked into it yet. Got some solid air. Uses fuel. What does it pulverize to? 4 blaze powders. I don't have a rock crusher. Rails. What is that? Some sort of a hopper. Not sure why we need, unless it just acts just like a hopper, but it uses blaze rods instead of iron. That's interesting. Probably be making one of these because I wouldn't mind auto smelt on one of my older picks. I got some plans with that, so I want to. What is that? Okay. Got some plans with one of my older picks, so we'll get into that a little bit later. Printing press, fiery sword. What do we got here? Lava fabricator, fuel. What is this? Isolator. I don't know what that is. Wonder what that's from. Advanced genetic machine. No idea. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea what that's from. Anyways, so what we're going to do now, and the whole reason that I got those canisters, why is not my health? Shouldn't need more food. Why is my health not going up? That's weird. Maybe it's kind of because I noticed my smeltery is kind of geeking out a little bit here too. So I may need to exit the world and reload it, but I'll do that in a little bit. The plan for today, the reason that I wanted to get some more hearts, and I also made some armor to replace the armor that I broke a couple episodes ago, because I was naked, aside from my boots and goggles. I want to check out one of those wither catacombs that we found a long time ago. I think we are finally geared enough to be able to handle most of what is thrown at us. So I would like to go ahead and do that today. See what we find in there. I know we're going to find a wither down at the bottom, but I have not explored pretty much any of those at all. Not even in creative mode. I have not, because I didn't want to ruin the surprise by kind of flying through it. So I have not even really looked through one of these yet. So it's going to be a new experience. So I want to gather up a few things. I want to... Actually, I'll do that now. I wanted to enchant the bow. Because I'm hoping to get... let's see, what do I want? I definitely would like infinity. Let's see. Or should I do the bow? Yeah, we'll do the bow. We'll see what that gets us. Flame unbreaking. That is horrible. Not even a punch on that one. Or power, I mean. I was hoping for a power too. Okay, well, that was not good. Anyways, so I'm going to finish gathering up some materials, and then I will meet you guys out at the Wither Catacomb. Alright, so here we are at the Wither Catacomb. Got out here really, really fast, by the way. I, along with some of the other potions that I made, one of which was a Speed 2 potion, which stacks with the speed from the haste and the boots. So it was insanely fast, which was kind of fun. It was a lot of fun walking here on foot. The other thing that I made is I made 3 potions of regeneration, the extended version, and also 3 strength 2 potions, and I have them in my bag there if I need them, which I probably will. But let's get going here. Let's see if we can stay alive in here. We should be able to, as long as we don't lag ourselves to death somehow. There's traps in here. Got fire zombies. Man, this is gonna be... What do we got going on here? Let's see. Oh, you got cats. Holy Jesus. Look at those mobs that just lit up on the map. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh man. This is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. That's, I don't know. Can I destroy this? What's going on here? There we go. And there's... Alright, I'm going to stop recording here for a second, get my frame rate back up, because I'm going to need it. So here's what's going on. All those mobs that spawned, I forgot that once nightfall comes, these graveyards populate like crazy. And that is exactly what that's from. It had nothing to do with down inside of the catacombs. It was up here on the surface. All these tombstones, they all spawn zombies, and they're As you can see, there is a lot of tombstones here. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to get rid of these tombstones because once nightfall comes, there's just too many mobs up here. It's not that it's dangerous because, you know, I could easily block off the door and it wouldn't be a big deal. However, my frame rate goes down the toilet when there's this many mobs up here on the surface. So I'm just going to have to get rid of them then. It's about as simple as that. So I'm going to spend some time before heading back down into the catacomb, clearing away some of these gravestones. I shall return when I am finished. Well, here's what's happening. I had already recorded the remainder of this episode previously. When I went to go render this episode, I noticed that half of my recordings were no longer there. They never recorded in the first place, it seems. I guess Fraps had crashed, and I didn't realize it. It had crashed about halfway through this episode. So instead of trying to go back through and set up my inventory and my levels and the chest and go back through and unlight all the stuff that I had done to set up and re-record what I had already accomplished, I'm just going to tell you what I ended up doing. So this episode is probably going to be a little bit on the short side because of my missing recordings, but you know, such is life. That happens sometimes. So what I did is, like I said in the previous clip, I got rid of all the gravestones here because they were spawning lots and lots of skeletons at night. There was quite a few of them. I had probably a couple hundred. Well, there's what I ended up doing is I made. Hang on one second. Oh, these are way up. Must have been when I was playing on the server. What I ended up doing was making a file cabinet, and now what file cabinets do is they allow you to hold a bunch of unstackable items, as long as they're all the same item type, or same item ID, block ID. Gravestones are, I believe, 1551, whether it's the grave plates, the grave stone, the swords, or the cross. I think even the big cross monuments even share the same ID. When I mine this, it says I have 500 of 499 types. Now there is one in there that for some reason stacked. I don't know why it's stacked. It shouldn't have, because they all should be unique. The only thing that I had noticed is that the one that is stacked, it's a stack of 2, is that they are both blank. There is no description on the item. That may be why that they stacked. I don't know. Usually they'll have an individual kind of like a text or a slogan or something on them, something quirky. But anyways, so I got them all in there. I don't know why it says 500 because the file cabinet, according to the description kind of a thing, when you go to make it, or when you search for it in not enough items, the little information tab thing that comes up from the, I think it's extra utilities, all the items from that mod come up like that. It says it only holds 270, and I'm not sure why it says that there's 500 in there. So whatever that means. Got a bunch of stuff from the gravestones. I got a ton of bone and a ton of flesh, so I will no longer run out of those. Not that I had ever used these before. I have a ton back at the base that I probably will never use. Now I have even more that I won't use. Got a bunch of saddles. Got some stuff from the infernal mobs, because a bunch of them spawned infernal. In fact, I had to go up here. There's a space, and I didn't know this before. There's a space between this roof here and the exterior peaked roof that is enough in the center here. It's tall enough for stuff to spawn in. And I kept hearing bones, so I broke the floor, and there was two of the meanest infernal mobs that I had ever seen in there. One of them had One of them had, I don't remember what the other one had, but it was mean. But the meaner of the two had lightning, something to do with lightning. It would kept striking me. As soon as it would see me, it would strike me with lightning and catch the trees on fire. It was crazy. I was able to pick them off with a bow from a distance. This chest here, we got all kinds of tools from these gravestones. Mostly, actually, it's pretty much all just shovels and axes. A couple diamond ones here and there, but not too many. The diamond helmet and diamond boots actually came from one of the diamond sword gravestone types, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that's where they came from. This chest here, various things here and there that I've come across, whether it be chests or traps. All these splash potions were from a trap, and for some reason, they do not stack. There's only two types here, poison 2 and instant damage 2. I don't know why they don't stack. It's weird. And sometimes they'll make a stack, like if I took probably these two here. I'm not going to do it because it does funny things, but it'll make a stack on my mouse, on my cursor, totaling the 2. I had a stack that said it was 80, 84 or 89 or something like that, and when I went to put it down, only 64 dropped. It's just weird. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's just screwing up my inventory is basically what it's doing. So I'm probably going to just take a stack of each and put the rest back in the... you know what? I'll probably just keep it here because I don't really need to take these chests down. So I always know where I have it. Down here, show you a little bit what I did, or I should say what I've uncovered. This room here is an Endermen Room, and in it are... Let it load for a second. Let's see. I think it was this one. Pretty sure under this one. And maybe it's the corners. It might be just the corners. There's Enderman spawners, which is pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of those at a later date when I can start moving them around. Did I go down there yet? I think I might have gone down here. Yeah, not too much. It wasn't that chest. There's a chest around here that spawns bats. It's a prank chest, and it doesn't do anything but spawn bats. Might be down here. If this isn't it, then I'm gonna give up on it. There it is. And it's renewable. It keeps, you know, as soon as you open it, the bats come out, and it happens every time. So it's not like there's a limit on how many times you can use it. So I'm just gonna leave it here because it's cool. I ended up getting a trophy, a bat trophy out of this. As well as a ton of wool of bat. Not that I'll ever use. I think that's for witchery. I'm pretty sure I've said that a couple times. Every time I come across wool of bat, I say, "Oh, I think that's for witchery." I'll get into witchery sometime. Not sure when. Hopefully, eventually, before we start the new server. But we'll get into that some other time. And I found some knowledge fragments. I don't know. I have a bunch back at the base, so I'll combine those to get a new discovery. Got some melon seeds, which is good because I didn't have any melon seeds. Oh, I have 2 of those bat trophies. That's pretty cool. I didn't notice I had 2 of them. Melon seeds, yeah, I haven't had any yet. So these are the first melon seeds that I've had, which is pretty cool. I don't think or I should say, I think that's about it. I don't think I've really done or found anything else. This is a spider spawner there. I blocked it off. We have a pigman in here. Where did you come from? Do those gravestones spawn pigmen? That's interesting. I did not know that. Interesting. Well, that's going to be about it for this episode. Like I said, maybe a bit short, maybe not. I don't really know the runtime of this. I think it was about 16 minutes prior to starting to film this. So, looks like we got a dog somewhere. It must be above. But that is going to be it for today. So, thanks for joining me. I will continue exploring this off camera, and then when I get down to the bottom where the wither is, I will fight that on camera, because that's going to be something to see. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. So I will see you all in the next one.